So how do you keep your RecalBox up to date? There's two ways: wirelessly and in manual mode is one way to download the update to your RecalBox once you have it installed. Of course, with wireless mode, you just go to the settings and you set up your wireless system. And for here, we press start, and it will be labeled under. Can't see that far; so tiny. It's labeled under network settings. Network settings. You select it, and then you can just put in your internet here. But what if your internet's not good or you're having issues? It's not installing correctly. It keeps telling you, sorry, something went wrong. Uh, you say, okay, fine. Trying to go offline mode. So what you want to do, gonna move over. First, let's turn this off. So while that's powering down, we're gonna come to the recalbox.com. Oh, sorry. My monitor. I only have one monitor at the moment. My second one broke, so I'm using a picture-in-picture, and I get confused sometimes, like which one I'm looking at. Uh, so we're here at RecalBox. You're gonna go to the download, and then you're gonna select all images, and then we're coming here to the one that our particular case is the RecalBox Update 10.0.5 GPi Case 2W with the Raspberry Pi 02W. Then you're gonna download the image and the SHA1, and you'll get these two particular files here. You're going to want to take out the SD card, and I'm using a card reader to connect it to my PC. I'm going to connect it to my PC. Hopefully get it on the first try. And usually the way the science law is, the third time's the charm. Okay, this is the third attempt. Okay, see? Always the third one. I don't know why. It's just the way the law of nature is. Can't argue with the science. Let's switch over to scene, and you can see these two windows pop up. We have the share partition and the recall position. But we only need this one. We're gonna go to the update folder. It's gonna be empty. If you notice files in here, just delete them. They're not important. They're not important. What we're doing here. It's just taking up space. There has no bearing on what we're doing. And then you're just gonna move the files here. It's gonna take a moment. I already updated the system, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen when I try to re-update it again. If it's just going to skip it, or we're gonna have to go through the long process of updating. But we'll see what happens if we try to re-update it. But you may also want to back up your information because you never know what could go wrong. You might lose all the information you have on your drive, but if you just want to risk it, uh, that'll be fine too. It should be safe, but just in case anything went wrong, at least you have a backup. Okay, if we haven't, we're gonna pull out the card and install it back into the Raspberry Pi 2W. I do this so many times, I never close this door anymore. I always just leave it open because I'm scared that if I keep messing with it, taking it out, putting it back in, it's just going to break because it does feel like plastic. And it might be durable and stretchy, but I'm not sure. I just rather not risk it and break it because I keep taking it out all the time, um, trying out different things that need to be installed, not installed. Technically, you can connect. What I did with the RetroPie system, I connected it to my PC, so they connect wirelessly to each other. So I don't need to manually take out the card. I just never tried to see if this could do it. So I just leave it on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just turn it on and let's see what it says. It might show an image that says, please wait 5 to 10 minutes as we update. But since it's updated already, it may not need to update. Probably just reading the image. So we're going to see what happens if you're already updated and you're trying to re-update again. Does it ignore everything? Yeah, it ignores the update. It's already updated. Or at least I think it ignored. Yeah, it ignored it. All right, so at least we answered that question. If you try to re-update, an update is just going to ignore it. It's up to date already. So if you went from the 9.2.3 to this one, you may notice it looks a little different, just slightly different. I remember a few things changed in the settings, but I can't remember what they were. I'm trying to remember what was different. The obvious difference that I liked. I can't recall them up, but that's okay. But I know there were small changes that I really liked about it. What I want to talk about is the systems here that we have showing up. You may ask yourself, there's just too many. I'm not gonna use all of them. How to get rid of them? How to get rid of all this junk, that this bloatware type thing that's on my system? You go to start, and you're gonna go to the system list, game list, and then you're gonna go to the show systems. The one I have, or the one you should have too, says 103 systems are installed, or at least shown, and you're gonna uncheck all of them that you don't want, and the ones that you do want, make sure that they say selected. There'll be a little X saying they are selected, and then what you got your list updated. Now you won't have to scroll through 100 emulators. You select the ones that you want, and it's easy as that. This has been Father McFosfos. Thanks for watching. If any of this has been helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Oh, but there is one thing I wanted to mention. It's something small, not something small, but something that I'm trying to figure out uh, if it's just a random occurrence. Is that, let me switch over the scene here. I didn't think about it too much. I noticed that I was losing space on my PC, but I didn't know why. I kept deleting temporary files. I deleted a lot of old files I didn't use anymore, just old gaming footage, just get rid of it. Not gonna need it. And it cleared up space, but then I kept losing space for some particular reason. And I thought, maybe it's a PC issue. Maybe it's a Chrome issue. Chrome is eating up all my uh, disk space for some reason. And then but after I finally did everything I could, I just restarted the system, and then I got all that space back. Like it just, like there was nothing, like there was a lot of space taken. Suddenly, it's just not there anymore. So that might have been some kind of something taking up space, but unsure what, and it was temporary. I'm not sure if it was temporarily taking up RAM space and then moving it over to the storage space. Who knows what was going on? But I didn't think much about it until someone brought it up later. Someone the other day told me, "Hey, I'm losing disk space. what's wrong. Like, hey, I think it might be the same thing that happened to me. And I guess they did the similar thing that I did. First, I installed RetroPie, and then I took that off and then installed the RecalBox instead. And they started off with RetroPie, but then the computer didn't recognize their drive anymore, and they kept losing space. So I don't know what happened. I gave them some advice, and they haven't replied back. But I just told them to restart and see what happens. So I just want to get the information out there. If by some chance you're noticing you're losing a lot of space, it might be just a simple restart is what you need to gain your space back. I know most people don't turn off their computers, but be sure to just turn it off and just turn it back on. Probably that should fix the software issue. Again, I don't know if it's related to Windows. Just you know how Windows sometimes updates and it just causes some issues with some other things and with the hard drives and solid disk drives. Always something going on. So I can never really pinpoint what would be the issue going on here. But I just wanted to make a note of that. So if that sort of happens to you, um, so you'll just know. And again, this is Father McFossfalls. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.